All right, everyone, we are here with War 5 against GT40, so we know it's going to be a tough war. Today I'll be taking in Human Torch, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and Sorcerer Supreme. I have Path 9 shared, and then Path 8 in Section 2, and then 2 mini-bosses on Boss Island, and I am on boss duty with Sorcerer Supreme versus Annihilus. Alright, so I actually awakened Cosmic Ghost Rider for this war, and it's not for this first fight here on Path 9 against Void. It is actually for 2 fights later on Path 8 and the shared fight for that. Anyways, he is Sig 1, and you get the max benefit of the time for Damnation at Sig 1. It's just the damage of the Damnation that gets adjusted per Sig Stone. So we only need him at Sig 1. Game plan here, as with any other Cosmic Ghost Rider fight, is to go through judgments and landing the SB2 with crit and critical damage up, and then having cosmic boosts so that you can follow that up with the second special 2 or a special 3. So we did the heavy judgment, ending a combo with a light judgment, that's a power gain, and then ending with a medium for the vigilance, and then that pushed us to special 3, and this special 3 we're going to go ahead and speed it up, knocks Void out. So during special 2 went into the poison phase, but fight was over once we got there. And then Path 8, we come to this champion here. This one and the bishop are the reason for the awakening gem, and I just felt like it was time. We also needed another one in RBG. But if I do the rotation right and fast enough, I will prevent the armor up buff from triggering from the global along with his fury, so I won't have to deal with unstoppable. And you've seen on path fights and shared fights how much power you get back, so it's quite easy to just kind of cheese the node and finish the fight with the second special 2 or special 1. Now this node has the rich get richer, so through the rotation the buffs are actually going to last long enough to give me a full bar. So you're going to see this actually go special 3 to special 2. But we have the right number of judgments here, so this is going to proc Damnation, so we don't have to worry about buffs after this. And here it's just going to be combo into special 2. And we have the Fury buff, so we get a bunch of extra damage, and down he goes, nice and easy. And then the dupe here for Bishop is to prevent the feats of Indestructible, where he gains an indestructible buff once you reach 2 bars of power. So if you do the rotation and then you drop the special 2, the Damnation, which acts as a fate seal, as well as a couple other things, will remove that buff and allow you to do full damage on special 2 without having to wait the buff out. However, here he's just going to decide to throw special 1 at my face. So that kind of throws things off, and then I miss a block there apparently. And this, because of getting hit, I could actually throw special 2 to get us to the 5 judgment point. Now that worked perfectly, so we're going to throw this one as well, but because this special 2 did not have a new set of judgments, we didn't have Damnation. So I'm waiting it out here, end up trying to heavy there before he heavies me. And I saw the number of judgments, so even if this special 3 did not knock him out, it was going to power lock him from the Damnation. So fun, cheesy Cosmic Ghost Rider stuff, even though I didn't perform 100% with it. Moving on, masteries are switched. I was actually half suicides with Cosmic Ghost Rider. Here I have no suicides, and I am max Mystic Dispersion, because now we're using Sorcerer Supreme and Human Torch. So we have Civil Warrior on Stun Reflect. The game plan here is just to use Mystic Boosts and go with my usual Sorcerer Supreme plan when facing Unstoppable Armor, and that's to place Ingenuity so that we can throw a special 1 with a PS1 and get the early slow, and normally get early Nullify, but here with Civil Warrior it does not matter because he is Nullify immune. And while that slow is in place, we can use it for easy openings so that we don't get cornered as we wait to build to special 3 and wait for the Ingenuity blessing to come back. And then when we get to that special 3, drop it while in Ingenuity so that we bank and store a slow rune, causing all of our special attacks to place a slow debuff. So that we don't have to worry about unstoppable armor from then on. So here, just kind of waiting to get the power, and then I think some of his armor ups expired, so it pushed us right to special 3. So this is great. This is how we want to start the fight out. From here on, it's just throwing special attacks, hopefully mostly just special 2s, especially in Ferocity, because even though Civil Warrior is Nullify immune, armor breaks have been counting as Nullify, and he is not armor break immune. So we will actually feed Mystic Dispersion with the armor breaks. So here it's going pretty smooth, just constant special 2 attacks. He doesn't have very much power, so we're not actually worried about any special attacks coming out. Here, his special 1 or special 2 are not very threatening, so we get a nice big hit right there to just kind of finish the fight and sweeten the deal. All right, and then Human Torch here versus Mojo. It is a rank 4 Mojo. We have Nova Flame, we have a White Magneto pre-fight. We're not going to utilize parry that often because the Disorient from stunning from Hard Knock Life will actually affect our smolders and building them. So I'm only going to use it when I have to have an easy opening for resetting Brute Force. And to get myself away from the wall. So I'm going to do full combos here to keep myself from getting cornered. I'm not going to use any special attacks. I'm going to save special 3 for the same reason. And I did adjust masteries here to remove dexterity, but that's it from my masteries that I had for Sorcerer Supreme. So that we don't end up degenning ourselves on top of the Brute Force from this node. So pretty straightforward. He's got a lot less health here than he would as a boss. So I've used Human Torch without dexterity on versus a Mojo boss. And you can see here he's being really stubborn about throwing special 1 to the point where I actually take a great bit of brute force damage. But anyways, pretty comfortable with this fight given the past boss solos that I've done with Human Torch. But yeah, pretty straightforward. Nothing too special or spicy here. Again, he's being stubborn here. He's not really coming at me with any special attacks. Even throws a heavy there, and I decide since Brute Force is on me, let's go ahead and cut that. Gives us some time to bait out this special 1, which he does decide to throw, thankfully. He's still, there we go. I believe from this point on, he's finally going to throw it, but the war, or the fight is pretty much over. This last parry combo into special 3 is going to finish it for us. So all that damage, just blocked hits and brute force. Yay. All right, and then an Annihilus Boss. I haven't taken one with Sorcerer Supreme. You could use Symbiote Supreme as well. So game plan here is my usual. I have placed the Ingenuity pre-fight. I'm going to PS1. I am going to SP3 boost, SP3 defense boost. But in my duels, he was throwing special 1 and special 2 pretty consistently, so I didn't actually think I'd get SP3'd. If anything, I thought I was going to get caught in a dashback trying to bait out SP1 or SP2. And Sorcerer Supreme's dashback is shallow enough to where I have to block them in the heat of a battle instead of trying to dex the whole thing. So game plan, special 1 to start. This will give us a Nullify aura as well as place a slow so that we can avoid unstoppable. And then from here, we're waiting to build to special 3. Good intercept there. And be in Ingenuity again when it is time. Slow debuff is falling off here, so now I'm going to turtle. Very mindful as to whether he's unstoppable or whether I've got a debuff, but the rod's broken. So here I just decided to dex those 4 heavies in a row he decided to throw. So I'm feeling pretty good here. This is the setup, and once we get here, it's just firing special attacks, as I said, and making sure not to get clipped by a special 1 or special 2. So here, decide to get things rolling, get the nullification aura up so that we can get some power here. Tried to leave my block down there, and he just wouldn't throw special 1 from far away, so I decided to push him back instead of getting cornered. And here I'm trying to bait out SB2, and he's just not having it again, so throw this special 2 to kind of create some more room. My block is open, still not wanting to throw it. And now we're cornered in on that special 3, so I just decide to let it rip. I'm assuming that that special 3 defense boosts and the fact that this is a rank 3 Annihilus is possibly going to save me. Plus I hit the perfect in the mini game, so this is not going to be a speed up special 3. We're going to take a look at all the damage I'm going to take, and I'm pretty pissed here that he's not willingly throwing special attacks, and then I'm down to this low of health. So now I'm not happy. So, but I am happy he is low on power, because now I can just start ripping him apart with special 2 attacks, and that is exactly what we are going to do the rest of this fight. Bait out a heavy, retaliate, I don't even care. Here, special 3, we don't have to hit a perfect to end him. He is low enough on health, and we have enough armor breaks that this is just going to finish the fight. So, clutched the boss solo. Our BG ended up dying one more time to their perfect BG, and then we actually ended up losing this war 2-1. So even without our battle group dying, we would have actually lost on time in a 1-1 war. So it would have had to be a perfect war from us to actually clutch out this war win. Unfortunately, we couldn't pull it off. I mean, hand it to GT40. They're a good war alliance, so we knew this was going to be a challenge. And of course, when they face us, they bring their best. So that was the end of that war. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe, like, and share. And I will catch you guys at the next one.